On this spring-like day, we are sitting here on a beautiful bench in the middle of the Happy Old Troll Trail with Ken Freeman, who is the trails coordinator for the city of Hot Springs. All of you know Ken because he's my most frequent guest. How are you today?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it is a beautiful spring day, and it's a nice day to be out, and I enjoy certainly being a frequent guest.
Well, it's mutual, and we get to sit on this beautiful bench which has a story behind it.
Yes, this bench is a donation bench from the master gardeners, who are a intricate team member of Parks projects, and they appreciated this wonderful spot here by the creek, by a little rippling waterfall feature, and the view from here, and they wanted to put a bench here.
It certainly is strategically placed.
Yes.
And of course, this is the section of trail that was most recently dedicated and has some gorgeous views.
Yes. Of course, we have kind of nicknamed it as you alluded to earlier, the Happy Old Troll Trail, and it comes underneath the Golf Links Bridge, and we're probably 720 feet or so downstream of where Golf Links crosses over Hot Springs Creek, and we got lots of rock here, lots of water flowing. This is a beautiful spot, and it'll as things start to bud out now, we'll even get to be more color.
Yes, it's experiencing its first change of seasons here, and I understand that it's also up for several awards.
Yes. We like the project, and fortunately, some others have too. The B&F Engineering, who were part of the design and the plans, the construction drawings, or recommended it for an award, and it's up for an award with the ready mix concrete, with Arkansas Concrete Association, and so and there's also one put in. The city engineer submitted it for one with the Public Works Administration.
Well, it certainly deserves all of those awards because of its beauty, but there's even more ahead, isn't there?
There is, as it in that it's hard to actually take the time to enjoy one, because we're anxious to get moving and doing more. And there's currently there are 2 future section projects that we actually have been awarded grants that should help us to build those, and they're in different I shouldn't say phases, they're in different portions of working their way through the system to where we can actually start building them. And one of them is a grant from earlier, from 2016, and so it's getting much closer all the time. And one of them is a 2018 grant, which we just got, and so it's kind of in the beginning phases of that working through the system. So it will be probably a little while on it, but both of those are going to be great projects. The one that we call Southern Trail Phase 1, which ties into where this one stops, will have 2 bicycle pedestrian bridges and an overlook farther down on the creek, and a nice viewing spot of features down there, and we'll actually have a trail connection to TV Hill Road, and but there'll be no amenities at TV Hill Road at that time. It'll just be the trail connection.
Well, it's great that we're looking forward to new amenities on the next stretch of trail. We're just glad that you survived the boardwalk construction
Yeah,
and all
yep.
the cantilevered challenges that it posed, because it was definitely the most challenging stretch of the Greenway construction to date, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's certainly more complicated, more subcontractors involved, and engineers making sure that uh, that the boardwalk design also fit the piering design, and so those things are always, it's always a little complicated and nerve-wracking when those go into play.
But it was all worth it, wasn't it?
All worth it. Turns out wonderful. It's a beautiful project. We're very proud of it.
As you should be, and as the public is as well. And we understand that you're currently pursuing funds for a grant in the coming year to continue trail construction.
Well, we hope to do that, and there will be the factors involved in that, but the with the current projects that we have funding for in those projects, the one from 2018 funding is for the Gene Wallace Wetlands Trailhead at the end of TV Hill Road, where TV Hill Road would run into the creek, and there will be a bridge connection across to Tatum Street on the east side of the creek, and there will be some trailhead amenities at the end of TV Hill Road, but there will be some items that will not be in that project just because of the costs involved, and so we're hoping to get a grant application in and try to get funding for completing that trailhead, those designs, and maybe even sneak some trail down farther south underneath the MLK Expressway.
Well, I hope that all the pieces of the puzzle fall together for those future plans, because as always, our slogan is "To the Lake."
To the lake.
Yes.
Exactly.
We started out many years ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
We started out by telling the public about the Friendship Park area of the Hollywood, the Hot Springs Creek Greenway, and on to Hollywood Park area and beyond. It's been an amazing journey for you and your staff. The staff is what, of course, provides all the support needed for the trail construction, and they're just an amazing group of people.
They
in fact,
certainly are. Yeah.
we may have some special guests in the program in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
But we have so much credit to give, not just to the master gardeners, but the friends of the parks that have diligently found rights of way and helped with some of the difficult problems that have arisen along the way. They have been faithful throughout, as have so many other groups and individuals.
Yeah, absolutely. Spa Pacers have been a big
Spa
contributor
Pacers, for sure.
For it, because they want to put their feet on the asphalt, you might say, and so they've been really supportive, and like you said, Friends of the Parks have been very instrumental in doing things, and of course, all of the city staff have worked. I shouldn't say surprisingly well, but it would surprise people, I think,
yes,
as to how much cooperation there is between the departments and helping to try to get some of these projects.
That's so true, Ken. It's how we roll, and that's how we get things done, is that we work together. We've got an amazing team. Of course, the Complete Streets team as well is always sort of looking out for the Greenway and seeing if there are opportunities to apply for funding, to help. That'll be ongoing. So we have a lot of support and encouragement from within, as well as public support for the Greenway. Don't forget, if you have not traversed every inch of the Greenway thus far, that it is a multimodal trail. And so that means everyone can enjoy it.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Yep. Kids and strollers and dogs are a prime user.
Right, and everything in between.
That's-
Ken, thanks for helping us tell the story of the Hot Springs Creek Greenway construction, and it goes on. It's been great to partner with you over the years as well. And in just a minute, we'll have a couple of special guests join us. So as we wrap up this last city news segment, at least for me, and it may very well go on past that, I wanted to have some of my favorite people around me. So besides Ken, who's been my most frequent guest over the years for City News, there's also been Anthony Whittington, the Parks and Trails Director. And besides him from the Parks and Trails Department, I've had Kathleen Faison, Brian Fisher, Daryl Edwards, Ken Edwards, Larry Golden. All of them have taken a turn in front of the camera. I appreciate them, and moreover, I appreciate everybody in the Parks and Trails Department. They're the epitome of public service, and that's what this is all about. We have had the opportunity to bring a lot of news to you over the years. It's been our privilege and our pleasure, and it's just been a really great time. I wanted to also acknowledge a couple of people along the way that helped get these news programs on the air. Jerry Jones and John Sanders in their early years, Todd Marquise, and then Robert Snyder of Red Shutter, a number of videographers, and our own intrepid Adam Hadmaker, who's filming this segment. We appreciate all of them for capturing the images over the years. And then we couldn't have done all of this without Harvey Oxner and Chuck Launius, the two general managers of Resort TV Cable, over the last, we figure, 20 years of TV programming that we've done on the government access TV channel, as well as the city's YouTube channel. So we hope that you've connected with us, you've learned a few things along the way, and it's just been a pleasure. So with that, we're just going to say, see you on the trail.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.